Great.
Moving.
And Dr. Tiana. Can you unmute? Oh, I think she's unmuted now.
Hi, Art.
Hi.
Yes, I was doing my best to unmute. I've got sketchy, crazy internet.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Thank you. First, Art, this entire experience is just beautiful. Thank you, thank you. And the work with Julie has really touched me because I'm going through one of the deepest grieving initiations myself. Unfortunately, I can stop my video, but this is all you see because it's not really
That's okay.
working well.
You don't have to have the video on. That's fine.
Okay. I just wanted to see if that could help. But it's been very, very intense. My mom passed. My little fur baby doggy passed.
Oh, wow.
And now, and now my soul sister and dearest best friend for over 30 years, and also the dean of our academy and my business partner,
oh my God,
passed all in 1 year.
That's...
And it feels like tidal wave after tidal wave after tidal wave. The part of me that knows that everything is in divine order and knows how to work with my emotions has been doing the best without drowning. It's very hard for me to ask for support, but Art, who you are and who the community that comes together.
Well, I appreciate that you are.
So my vulnerability feels safe to share that it's expressed in us. Yeah, it's expressed in a skin cancer right on X marks the spot above my lip. That normally, since I do this work, usually at most within a month or two, I not only clear things, but they get stronger and I have a lesson to share with others and all this good stuff. Art, this one is like little bewitched.
Yeah.
Lost her powers. It has a mind of its own, a life of its own. It morphs every day, so I'm tracking it like a consciousness researcher, so I'm not a victim. I know that there's a lot generating into the field, but I sure could use some support and empowerment for someone I trust so deeply as you.
Oh, well, thank you for that trust. That really touches me. And I'm being slightly humorous with this, but a little victimization on this isn't a bad thing. So, you've had 3 huge losses in the year, and let yourself not be so strong and just kind of go, this is horrible. I'm feeling terrible. You know what I mean? It's like that's a sign of strength too, to be able to just sometimes go, this has been terrible. This is really hard to deal with, and just allow yourself that humanity.
Thank you.
Yeah, and just kind of go, because your body will.
I'm going to do my best with it as well. So yes, Art.
Yeah, and realize that you don't have to do your best with it. It's like, okay, you get to be human. You get to. Somebody told me once that the Dalai Lama said that sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm furious at the Chinese. It's like it's okay to have the human experience. And there you go. So you're starting to be more compassionate for yourself. And you are strong, you're going to end up in a great place around all of it. And it's really hard right now. And you can just really embrace that, and let it heal. And for the people that work with you, it's good for them to be able to know that too, that we all sometimes have to just go, this isn't about being my best self at the moment. It's being human, experiencing this, and you will rapidly enough come out in a stronger, better place. And so in terms of the skin cancer, send it some love, and and let your skin know we want it to heal, and that sort of allowing the healing to happen more than forcing it. There you go. That's already shifting. Yeah. There we go. You know, and I'm not speaking from above on any of this.
I have been sending it healing and thanking it for being a teacher.
I'm sorry?
No, because I teach when you face the mirror, and here I'm facing the mirror every day, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're facing me and teaching me something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're totally right on it, Art.
A friend of mine's wife, years ago, a midwife, and she had to have a cesarean birth. And she felt really bad about it, you know, because she helps women not have cesarean births. And I went, you know, that is probably such a relief to the women you work with that even a midwife, it can happen. You know, it isn't a failure. You know, it just sometimes that's the way it is. You know, and for the people we work with, our allowing that humanness can be really healing for them. Years ago, and my mom was a great person, but she was visiting me, and I was seeing clients at home at the time, and I had a client coming over, and she was supposed to have left with a friend by then, and they hadn't, and the client showed up, and I was a little irritated by it. And after she left, my client goes, "Well, I feel a lot better about how I deal with my mother now." And I thought, yeah, okay. And he meant it. He goes, "I'm serious." You know, it's like, it was good to see, like, we all get triggered by people sometimes. Here we go.
Well, you know, it's funny when you get triggered by God, and you're like, okay, God. Well, I know we don't get more than we can bear, but what you think I can bear, what I think I can bear, are very different. I agree with Mother Teresa. Thank you for trusting me so much. But hey,
yeah.
Enough already.
Yeah. And no, exactly. And it's kind of like
laughter back into my experience, Art.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're introducing the laughter back.
I don't know if you ever saw the movie Fiddler on the Roof, but there's a scene he's talking to God, and he goes, "I know that there's no shame in being poor, but it's no great honor either." You know, would it upset the divine plan if I were rich? You know. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's bring some both. You know, that coexistence of the pain and the humor is so powerful for all of us, and just letting it go. Well, I can still have a sense of humor and acknowledge our pain and come back to humor, and there you go. It just, yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Your energy, you're bringing so much of your wisdom now to yourself that you would do with your clients, and now you're bringing it to yourself.
Yeah. Well, I have become my own best client, and part of my work is morphing into be your own best client. Start with yourself, facing in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
So I'm creating a research with all this.
Absolutely.
Yes, the humor, my smile. You're empowering my smile to come back, Art.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we'll keep the energy flowing, and I'm going to call Mike in a moment, but I'm so glad you brought this up because I think it's so valuable for everybody. We all go through, well, hope not as tough a time as you are, but just those challenges. Yep. And Mike.
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell everybody, forget dark night of the soul. It's dark night of the ego, because the soul knows what it's doing, but the ego doesn't have the memo. Thank you, Art.
That's good. Dark night of the ego. I like that. I'm going to steal that one. Thank you. And Mike, are you still here? Ah, there you are. Hey, Mike.
I am here. Hey, Art. Thank you so much for this. This is terrific.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And I loved your comments here.
And I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. I was about to say unfortunately, but not unfortunately. My anniversary is on Monday.
Oh.
So I'm going to be cutting out just a little bit early on that day. So,
okay, sure.
Anyway, I wanted to ask about my my job search right now. So after about 18 years with the same company, I just got let go.
Oh, wow.
Just a group of layoffs last month, and want to be taking my time and being very purposeful about my next steps, but looking for any help that we can get around making sure that whatever next steps I take are the right steps for my family, myself,
Got it.
And everybody going forward.
Okay, let's look at that.
And my dog too, so.
And your dog. Okay, let's look at this. The first images I'm getting, I'm seeing like this image of you like looking through a tube, and they're saying, challenge some of your assumptions, go a little wider. That there's more possibilities than you're thinking of. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're kind of thinking in a particular way, and just say, and that's maybe what will happen. But and this might be the kind of thing by discussing people, like what you could do next. And do you know the concept transferable skills? Have you heard of that? And for everybody else, transferable skills are skills that you have that could be used in a number of different jobs. So when I got my first research job, I had maybe the minimal requirements, maybe. And one of the reasons they hired me is I had moved to San Francisco, just graduated college. I was working in a restaurant. And one of the questions they asked me, well, like, how are you at working under pressure? And I went, and I was working at this restaurant that was really a big deal restaurant in San Francisco at the time in the financial district. And there was a lot of pressure, and people, particularly for lunch, everybody came at once, because it was, they'd come out of the offices, and people were expecting a really great experience. So I just kept talking about, they go, how do you work under pressure with others? So I talked about how I worked under pressure with others, and that was one of the reasons I got the job. So it was a transferable skill, even though on one level it had nothing to do with research, but it had everything to do with working with people in a high pressure situation. So you might sit there and you could ask other people too, because it can help to bounce this off people. Look at all your transferable skills, along with the skills of whatever your particular career are. And I think it'll just open up your thinking. And I don't know what, but I just, and you may end up with exactly what you're thinking in the first place, but I keep getting it's important to open up your thinking.
Well, I don't know what I'm thinking. That's the challenge here. It's do I look for something kind of in the same, not necessarily the same industry, but my profession itself is transferable, so which is great.
Yeah.
But do I look for something in the same profession, or do I completely pivot?
Yeah.
180, do something more entrepreneurial, more service-based for others. That's what I'm having a hard time figuring out.
Yeah. So let's just, again, what I'm getting is about opening up your thinking and opening up, really ask for guidance on this too, that ask your miraculous self to set up guidance. And what I mean is that there's all kinds of ways that you can get guidance on this. It might be somebody says something, or you turn on the TV and somebody brings something up, or, there's a millions of ways messages can come in. So right now you're trying to do all the figuring out yourself, which you do need to do. But on the other hand, ask to be guided and see what shows up. What ideas, what possibilities show up. Because I get the feeling, particularly after these few days, you're going to feel guided in certain directions, and things will just start becoming clear to you. But I would again look at the transferable skills, the more targeted skill sets, and then and also of course looking at what's really important to you right now at this point in your life, how you want to go forward. And Jerry's saying, I'm a retired resume writer and career coach. If you want some career coaching, can refer you to an excellent career coach. I definitely think you'll want to be bouncing ideas off somebody, a career coach, friends, somebody. And that just keep setting your attention that your field of vision is going to open up more, and that there's going to be guidance. But let me work more with your energy on this too. And use that eye of God energy, and let's start releasing the unconscious limitations on what's possible for you, the energetic and the unconscious. And while that's going on, also being nice to yourself about this in the sense of all the possibilities nowadays are kind of overwhelming. Like, oh, I could start a business, I could do this, I could do, it's kind of like, I remember this guy at my gym once was going, he goes, we have words like dilemma, but he goes, we don't have really words for when there are too many good choices or possibilities and we don't know how to choose them. In the UK, sometimes they call that spoiled for choice, I think is the term they use. And so right now there are potentially a lot of possibilities, at least, the way people are thinking nowadays. But I just keep asking that your thinking open up and that you get guidance, and then talking to somebody like a coach could be really great. I don't know this particular coach, but follow your guidance. Here we go. And just a lot of programming is coming out of your space that's getting in the way. The other thing, too, just in terms of mindset, since this is happening and you don't have a choice about it, you can go through your normal thoughts about it, but then go, ooh, this is an opportunity for something great in my life. Because there's not a lot of energy going there right now, naturally. So just keep coming.
Actually, that's exactly how I've been approaching it.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm missing it, but I just keep getting to feed that like, oh, this is an opportunity. So again, maybe I missed it but I keep put more energy into that. It's like that, but feed it more, kind of. I don't know quite how to explain it. So we'll keep the energy working with you. Let me check the timing here. Okay, and also set your intention that over the next couple of days, you're going to keep opening up this space for you. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cece.
Hi, thank you.
Whoop.
I've been having financial problems for probably the last year, over and over and over again. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I had vertigo for 6 months last year, and then once I started healing from that, I've been hacked. I've been hacked again, and it's been incessant, and that's been my biggest challenge for this last year. And I don't know what to do. So I've been doing readings for 20 years, but I haven't had any clients for the last year, except maybe 3. So.
Okay, let's, there's a lot lit up there. A lot of punishment programming and energy and martyrdom and a lot of past life stuff. So and I'm sorry to hear it. I got my Facebook account hacked this year. That was fun.
Yeah, I lost mine too.
I was lucky. I ended up getting mine back, and I'm working on your energy. The humorous thing was, and they spent all this money on ads and stuff, and we look at what they were selling, and mainly they were selling tea. I'm going like, I was thinking, well, at least if you're going to hack my account, sell gold bars or something, you know. It was, my Facebook coach was going, tea? They were selling all that for tea? You know? I guess there's more money in tea than I thought, but okay, take a deep breath. And there's a lot of old religious programming from different lifetimes, martyrdom and punishment, and for everybody, a lot of old religious programming and other programming, like, you know, that we must be punished to purify ourselves, kind of stuff. You know, it's very, you know, common in the world. It's also old family programming being released. And a lot of old stuff, it isn't anything, it isn't this lifetime. I mean, it's a lot of shame and stuff that, and I don't even know if it was accurate in those other lifetimes. But it definitely, it's just a lot of shame energy that can be cleared, and that connection with the punishment and guilt and again, for everybody else, give permission to clear punishment, shame, guilt energy out of space. All very, very common. You know, particularly for older soul types. And a lot of stuff you've taken on for other people. How are you feeling right now?
Busy.
I'm sorry?
Buzzy.
Oh, buzzy, yeah.
Buzzy, yeah.
Let me And I think why you haven't had clients is so much of this was coming up in your space, so that you were blocking it, or it was being blocked, I should say. Well, you've been releasing a lot, and set your intention that over the next couple of days you'll keep healing and releasing, and this isn't really for you, but it's for some buddy or group of people. When you're any kind of helping profession work, it's really good to keep in mind that we don't have to be in a good place to do it, to help other people. I mean, you know, a healer can be miserable and do great healings on other people. A psychologist can be really upset and do great work on other people. It's, you know, when I train people, sometimes people go, oh, but don't you have to, you know, how can I work with somebody with an issue that I haven't handled in my own life? And I go, because it's not the same thing. The ability to help other people is not the same as our ability to help ourselves. And of course, we want to apply things to ourselves and walk our talk, but it's still two different things. And to give a different kind of example for people, a lot of the great athletic coaches were not great athletes. In fact, very few of them were great athletes. They're great coaches. You know? There we go. That helped somebody. How are you feeling now, Cici?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
A little nauseous and just no good.
Yeah. You're releasing a lot of stuff. So again, set your intention. You'll keep processing it tonight, but over the next couple of days, they'll keep working on this. Okay? It's a lot of stuff, but that really lit up people, so thank you. Again, punishment, martyrdom, guilt energies are all over the place. You're welcome. And Michelle, I think it is.
Good morning. Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
No.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, money. Yes. I always have enough. Always believe I have enough, but I need more.
Okay.
Yes. My personal thing is I found someone, my third husband, but I haven't got enough money to bring him out to my country. I'm sure, I mean, I've always seen myself as a bit of a radical. I've always done what I felt's good for me.
I'm sorry, you've always seen yourself as what?
Sorry?
I didn't hear.
I've always done, sorry, it's a...
No, yeah, no, you said I've always seen myself, and then I couldn't hear it.
As a radical,
Uh-huh.
do things that I feel are good for me, even if no one else thought so. I still carry on like that. Okay? So, I'm expecting not to have approval of this man, but that doesn't worry me. I think it's going to be great. But I need more money than I don't know where it can come from at the moment.
Okay, well, let's look at opening up the potential money flow. working with a lot of things energetically. One thing, do ask your miraculous self for more guidance on this, and how to tap into the money flows. But we're clearing a number of blocks, and
Yes.
what you said at the beginning, a lot of people can relate to, is having enough money, but wanting to be better than just enough money. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And whenever I really needed something, money's turned up. But this is more extraordinary than that, what I need now.
Yeah. And again, that's the thing a lot of us have. It's like enough money, but we want to raise what enough means. So enough usually means kind of getting by, not necessarily saving and stuff. So part of it in your mind, redefine what enough is. And for everybody, sometimes you can do a lot of work just by redefining things, like enough, not meaning like just getting by, paying bills, but enough, accumulating some security, or whatever is on your mind. Definitely working with karma and a bunch of stuff. Okay, we're going to keep the energy going and then set your intention again over the next couple of days that we'll keep working on this. And I'll be able to call on one more person tonight, which looks like is...
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then, we will be doing coaching again tomorrow. And those of you who didn't get called on, you can try to remind us tomorrow when we do the coaching that you were... So like my, Carissa, I can't quite read it, and Tony. Okay, but Juan, go ahead and unmute.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I have a similar challenge to Mike, who came earlier. And after a long career at a particular company, I am transitioning out. Some changes in the business are making it so I have to do it. And I'm a little bit split in terms of what to do next. I have some energy that wants me to stay on the same path. Part of my energy wants to look for something else, something more independent, entrepreneurial, whatever that is. But obviously, when new things come, there is a little bit of a trepidation because it's new, it's unknown.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a grounded place to understand what I really want and also where my better outcomes could be.
Got it. So, of course, we're working energetically. For you, a little different. One part that's a little different than for Mike is, and I'm not exactly sure how you would do it, but a little, is experimentation the word, but a little more, I'm trying to think of what the right word is, but I think you have to be checking out more options a bit more thoroughly, or looking at even some options you haven't looked at. I'm trying to think how to explain this. I mean, the energy's doing the main work, but there's sometimes we're at points in life where it's more of a quest, kind of, that it's a time when to open up our thinking and find ways to try out things a little bit. And I'm not sure how that would be in your case. I don't know what you do. But so like when I was first learning the NLP, I tried like teaching programs, doing one-on-one work, doing group work. And I tried different things to to get a feel for what I really liked, because I wasn't sure what I would like. And that's what I meant by kind of some experimentation. So I don't know if that's possible for you, but even if it's just by learning more about it, exploring some of the possibilities more. I'm not saying this very well. I'm just going to let the energy do the work. Tomorrow maybe I can say it more clearly. I don't know why I can't say it that clearly right now. But and there's some family energy in your space that's kind of telling you, have a career, have a job, kind of a more conventional viewpoint. So we're clearing some of that energy, not that might not be the way to go, but to kind of free you up so you can really explore your options. So again, this exploring, experimenting keeps coming up. And
Yeah.
does that make sense?
I do feel the weight of the programming, so I appreciate the comment on the exploration.
Yeah, so let's clear more of that programming out. It's very well intended. It's just, a different way of thinking, for a different time. Can I ask what sort of field you've been in?
Investments.
Investment, okay.
Asset management.
Okay.
But I also happen to be a very creative and also kind of a spiritual person, so
Yeah.
there's been always a conflict.
A conflict, did you say?
Yeah, it's a bit of a conflict because money is very material, and I have also like a creative and also spiritual
Yeah.
kind of soul. So there's always been like two worlds, In the office, very efficient. At home, reading books about NLP, spirituality, things like that.
Yeah, I see.
And definitely a limiting belief about being in my 50s and shifting track completely, but exploration could be the source of confidence to make it.
Yeah, I keep.
Any changes if they were meritorious.
Yeah, I keep getting that exploration is important. And also, I'm not saying you have to stay in finance or asset management, but appreciating the spirituality that's in that if you do it from a spiritual perspective.
I believe, yes. Today I read a book that taught me that lesson.
Yeah,
Words you just said.
It's funny, I was just getting there's some books out there that could help you, whether you stay in that field or not, but sort of appreciating that can be done from a very spiritual space, Yeah, so we're just clearing a lot of the programming so you can bring your true self into it. That's already looking better. How are you feeling right now?
I feel like my head is a phone book and somebody's flipping the pages.
Oh, I like it. That's great. So again, set your intention tonight and over the coming days that your miraculous self will keep working on this. And for everybody, so we are going to need to finish for tonight. So take a moment, everybody, and use that eye of God energy and make and dissolve some symbols for whatever's gotten lit up by all this, including blocks to releasing those, and blocks to releasing the blocks, to releasing the blocks. And use the 4 magnets in front, above, behind, below to clear energies out of your space that your miraculous self wants you to release now. Have your miraculous self retrieve your energy out of everybody's space, and we'll all get your energy out of your space. We'll dissolve our group energy field and dissolve the connection between our miraculous selves. Ask your miraculous self to fill you up with more of your essence in support of earth and universal energies. Dissolve your grounding, get a new grounding. And then let's add in something that we call spiritual emails in energetic NLP. In spiritual emails, when you do energetic NLP work, your energy field becomes more authentic, and it's different than it used to be. And that can throw people off a bit, and even your pets and plants. So all you do is you ask your miraculous self to send out spiritual emails to everybody in your life, including the people you haven't met yet, but your spirit wants you to meet. The spiritual emails are just showing them what your energy looks like now. You're not looking for approval or anything else. It's just like, hey, this is what my energy field looks like. Just letting you know. And include the people, your pets, and your plants. And on an inner level, they recognize and are comfortable with the shift. Again, they don't need to approve it or not, but they recognize it and are comfortable with it. If you're doing anything after this that requires safety, set your intention and give permission that your miraculous self will make sure that you're automatically grounded, safe, and alert. Grounded, safe, and alert. Grounded, safe, and alert. Set your intention again, as we did before, or just revisit it, that tonight when you're sleeping, your unconscious mind and your miraculous self will work together. They'll take what you did today and make it richer, deeper, wider, higher, more multidimensional. It'll be infused with wisdom, knowledge, concepts, skills, abilities, attitudes, and behaviors from your miraculous self. So while you're sleeping, that'll happen easily, naturally. The benefits will be integrated into your personality. And you'll wake up tomorrow morning having made a lot of progress on everything and eager and ready for day 2. So again, thank you. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I know it's getting late for a lot of you. So thank you so much for being part of it and for being so supportive of each other and of me. And I'm really looking forward to the next couple of days. So you can still put things in the chat, but I'll say good night for now.